friends, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing good at home. And be at home, be safe, don't go outside unnecessary, okay? And maintain all the protocol for COVID-19. So today we'll start the second part of our biology part, that is the organism and their surrounding. Okay, the second part will be organism and then surrounding. Okay, so the variety of vegetation as well as living organisms are different in different location and surroundings. Okay, so you know the vegetation means the food or the plants whatever available in our surrounding are different for this different surrounding है ना. अलग अलग जगह में अलग अलग food मिलते हैं, अलग अलग plants होते हैं, अलग अलग animals होते हैं. For example, in coastal region we found केसोरियन ट्रीज एंड वैरायटी ऑफ फिश. ओके, कोस्टल रीजन्स जो होते हैं ना, जो समुद्र किनारा वाला जो रीजन होता है, वहाँ पे हमें क्या मिलता है? वी गेट द केसोरिना ट्रीज एंड वैरायटी ऑफ फिश. ओके, so you have to do an activity, that is, let us study about a desert, a forest and some of other habitat. You need to study about the desert and forest and some other habitat and think of all plants and animals can be found there and discuss with your friend, parents and teachers to find more. Okay, so you can think about different places where you have been visited. You must have visited the hills, or you may have visited the desert area or the plain area. So you need to write about the plants what you have seen and the animals. Okay, on the basis of above listed information, whatever information you have, note down the plants and animal which you can find in the lake but are absent in forest. So you need to write the note down of the, you need to write the name of the plant which you can find in the, which you can find near the lake, but these are absent in forest. And similarly note down the plant and animals which you can find in forest but absent in desert. Okay, so you can also make this observation in other habitat like mountain and sea as well. So here is an activity that you need to write the plant or animal found in forest areas, desert, mountains, sea and lake. And what you will observe, you will observe that different places has different plant and animal. Okay, after completing the table, you will notice that the different types of living organisms are found in different habitats. And for example, in forest we can find small and big trees. Forest में हमें small and big trees सब मिल जाएगा. Number of animals, birds and snake. Whereas in desert, the camels and thorny plants like cacti are found. So in forest you can see the many kind of plant, trees, herbs, shrubs, right, animals and insects and all. But in desert you will find a number of plant only which are thorny like the cactus and the animals like camels and snake only. Okay. Now see habitat. What do you mean by habitat? Okay, habitat. From the above discussion, we can now understand that the living beings cannot live in isolation and all living organisms are dependent on each other, right? कोई भी living beings अकेले नहीं रह सकता, and we all are dependent on each other. Every living beings are dependent on each other, not only for food but also for the basic necessity. Okay, so the living beings, the living place provide an organism with its all the necessity. So एक living place होता है ना जहाँ पे हम रहते हैं, वो place हमें सब चीज़ ही देता है. जैसे कि there should be water, there should be air, there should be available of food, there should be a clean environment, right? Everything should be there. So there's a place where the condition for existing of living organisms are present, where it can survive, breed and flourish is called the habitat of that organism. So what we can say about the habitat? A place or the condition, where or the condition for the existing of a living organisms are present. Okay, where the existing living organisms are present and where it can survive, जहाँ पे वो survive कर पाए, they can breed or flourish are called the habitat of that organism. For example, the habitat of frog is pond. Frog कहाँ रहता है? Pond में. And that of tiger is forest. So you can't keep a frog in polar areas, and you can't keep tiger in water, right, under the water. So they can flourish in their own places. So type of habitat are there are main two type of habitat. Okay, there are main two type of habitat on the earth. The first is aquatic, that is water habitat, and the second is terrestrial, that is land habitat. Okay, See, the first we will see about the aquatic habitat, means the animals or plants which live in water, right? The animals or plant which live under the water, okay? The organisms living in water are called the aquatic organisms, right? They live in water and their habitat is called the aquatic habitat, okay? So it can be further subdivided into following. So it can be divided into following. What are the followings? Marine habitat means samudra wala habitat, and the freshwater habitat means pond, lake and all, and the coastal habitat near the sea, okay? So marine habitat means it refers the habitat sea and ocean. कहाँ के habitat? The sea in ocean and the habitat in sea and ocean. Example, organisms living in this habitat are whales. कौन रहते हैं sea में? Whales, shark, sea turtle and seaweeds, okay? And what about the freshwater habitat? It refers to lakes, rivers, ponds and pools, okay? यहाँ पे क्या रहता है? Lakes, river, ponds and pools. And example, organisms living here are fish, water bugs and water lilies, okay? Water bugs and water lily. And coastal habitat means it refers to the regions where the sea meets लैंड, ओके? जहाँ पे कोस्टल मीन्स वॉट? वेयर द सी मीट्स द लैंड, ओके? जहाँ पे सी जो है वो लैंड से मिलती है, मीन्स द नियर द सी. एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द ऑर्गेनिजम्स लिविंग हेयर आर क्रैब्स, ऑयस्टर्स एंड मैनग्रोव्स, ओके? सो हेयर इज a check-in process which you can do with your own self, which is very easy, but still I am telling you, green plants make their own food by the process of, what will be the answer? It will be photosynthesis, right? And the changes in the environment that make an organism react to them are called, already we have discussed in the part 1, that is stimuli. And the third one is a place where the condition for existing of a living being organisms are present, means what will be the answer? The answer will be habitat, okay? And the next one is just refer to the region where the sea meets land, will be coastal habitat, okay? Now terrestrial habitat. What are terrestrial habitat and what are the conditions of the animals or plants which live on terrestrial habitat? The habitat of plants and animals that live on land are called the terrestrial habitat, okay? जो plant और animal land पे होते हैं, that is known as the terrestrial habitat. And terrestrial habitat present great variation in climatic condition. There are great variation, you know, because in habitat, in the terrestrial habitat there will be forests, there will be polar regions, okay? And plain areas, every places will come in the terrestrial habitat. So in the terrestrial habitat, temperature, rainfall and the land topography are different, okay? And based on this variation, terrestrial habitats can be categorized as, the first is rainforest habitat, okay? What are those? Rainforest habitat, rainforest habitat, then the temperate forest habitat, boreal forest habitat, grassland habitat, desert habitat, tundra habitat and mountain habitat, okay? So let's start with the rainforest habitat. What are the rainforest habitat? These are hot and moist, वो काफ़ी hot and moist होते हैं, and they grow near the equator and provide shelter to different types of animals. Equator means this is the earth, the middle line, okay? If this is the earth, the middle wala part is called the equator. The middle part or the line which divide the earth into equal part are called the equator, right? So these rainforest habitat grow near the equator, okay? So near the equator and provide shelter to different types of animals. So these habitat have tall trees, creepers and grasses, okay? And the animals like the chimpanzee, orangutans and vampire bats, toucans and tree frogs are some example of rainforest animals. Now what about the temperate forest animals? Temperate forest habitat are the warm and humid. These are very warm and humid during the summer but cold and dry during the winter, okay? These are very warm and humid. गर्मी में बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी and winter में it's very cold and dry. They have deciduous trees, and raccoon, black bear, salamanders and porcupines are some example found in temperate forest, okay? Now, what is boreal forest habitat? What are the boreal forest habitat? Boreal forest habitats are found in taiga regions. Okay, where this found? This found in taiga regions, and they have short summer and long winters. Okay, so in boreal forest they have very short summer and very long winter. Okay, trees in this habitat are evergreen. So the what kind of trees are found here? These are the evergreen. पूरा साल evergreen रहता है, and their leaves are needle-like. Their leaves are needle-like, and the beavers, wolves, moose, and red squirrel are found in the boreal forest. Okay, which animals are found? Red squirrels, wolves, moose, and beavers. Okay, now grassland habitats. These are partly dry and where grasses are the main plant and trees are few. So here see in the diagram the grasses are main and there are very less trees. Okay, now so these are the dry place, and these are very dry, and grasses are the main part. Okay, now animals like the zebra, giraffe, and elephant, tiger, lion, and foxes are found there. Okay, and you know the lion or the tiger, they have the color, they do the camouflaging in this place, grassland habitat. In grassland habitat, you know why? Because the grasses are mostly of dry, and the color of the grass and the color of the body of lion and tiger are same. Okay, so they hide themselves in the under the grass, and they just wait for their prey. Okay, it's help them for the catching of prey, and they can save themselves from their predators as well. Okay, so they are called the camouflaging. That process is called the camouflaging. Okay, now desert habitat. What are desert habitat? These are the very dry places where rainfall is scarce. यहाँ rainfall बहुत कम होता है, and camels and gerbil are desert animal, and cacti, the date palm, and acacia are the desert vegetation. What are the plants found there? Cacti, date palm, and acacia. Okay, now tundra habitat. These are always covered with snow, means the polar regions. Okay, these are always covered with snow, and these vegetation and the vegetation is very scanty in the form of some grasses. यहाँ पे बहुत कम vegetation, मतलब plants बहुत कम होते हैं, और जो होते हैं in the form of grasses only. Polar bear, reindeers, snow dogs, Arctic foxes are found in the tundra habitat. Okay, now we'll see about the mountain habitat. What are the mountain habitat? These are rocky and very cold. Mountain क्या होता है? Rocky होता है, बहुत ही ज़्यादा ठंड होती है वहाँ पे. So cone shaped trees are found here. The shape of the trees are cone shaped, means ऐसा. See, I'm showing you this type of. Okay, this type of trees found there. Okay, cone shape. So their leaves are needle-like, so that the snow can just slide off. उनके needles जो होते हैं, leaves जो होते हैं needles की तरह होते हैं. Why? Because snow उस पे ना जमे, है ना, snow slide off हो जाए. And snow leopards, mountain goats found on mountains. Okay, these are the animal. Mountain goats have very strong hooves. They have very strong hooves. So what? To climb on the rocky slopes of mountain. Okay, now what are the components of the? We have learnt about the habitat of the terrestrial and aquatic. In aquatic, what we have learnt? We have learnt about the marine habitat, freshwater habitat, and coastal habitat. And in the terrestrial habitat, we have learnt about the rainforest habitat and temperate forest habitat, boreal forest habitat, grassland habitat, desert habitat, tundra habitat, and mountain habitat. Okay, now we will learn about the components of a habitat. Okay, now what are the components of the habitat? So the components of habitats are: our environment is made up of living and non-living beings. Components. Okay, so the environment is made up of living and non-living both. Okay, so what are the living? Plants, animal, and the insects are the living, and the non-livings are the air, water. These are also very much important for us, right? And soil, these are non-living. So all of them are interact with each other. These are very much important because these all are interact with each other. Means we can't live without water and soil and air, right? So a habitat has two type of component. The first is living component, which is called the biotic component. Okay, and the second one is non-living component, which is called the abiotic component. Okay, so Biotic component, what are biotic components? They consist of plants and animals including humans and decomposer, right? So in biotic, plants and animals, humans and decomposers. Decomposers means the microorganisms, right? Bacteria, viruses and all, which decompose the dead and decaying plants and animal, right? The biotic components of an environment are further divided into three major groups. They are divided into main three groups and depending on how they obtain their food. On which basis they divided? On how they obtain their food. The first is what are the types, what are the groups are producer, consumer, okay, and decomposer. So what are producer? The producers are green plant, okay, means plant are only the producers, right? They make their own food by the process of photosynthesis, are called the producers, okay. They वो अपना फूड खुद बनाते हैं by the process of with the help of photosynthesis, with the process of photosynthesis, and these are called the autotrophs as well, right? उनको autotrophs भी बोलते हैं. Now consumers, some organisms depend directly or indirectly on the food prepared by plant, okay. और organisms जो होते हैं we all are dependent on the plant only, you know, because we eat plant but in the same way we eat the animals. So animals, हम जो दूसरे animals को खाते हैं, या फिर you know tiger they eat grass, but the tiger they eat deer, but you know deer what does deer eat? Deer eat the grasses. So tiger is also dependent on the plant only, right? So we eat the goat, we eat the animals, they are dependent on the plant for their food, right? So all the living beings directly or indirectly depend on plant only for their food, okay. That's why we are called consumer. And consumer can be further divided into three groups, that is herbivorous, carnivorous and omnivorous. So what are herbivorous? The plant eaters animals, means the animals who eat only plant, right? We have studied this in 3, 4, 5 में हमने बहुत पढ़ा ये. Now the carnivorous are the animals which eat only the flesh of other animal, right? The meat of other animal. And the omnivorous which eat both the plant and the animal's flesh, right? For example, human beings. So now the last one is the decomposer. What are decomposers? Living organisms which derive their food from dead and decaying plants, okay. They derive their food from the dead and decaying plants and they help to keep our environment clean as well. They are called the decomposer. Microorganisms like bacteria, fungi are called the decomposers, and decomposers decompose the dead and decaying organisms of plant and animals, right? Dead organisms like plant and animals into nutrients, right? Now we have learnt about the biotic. Now we will see about the abiotic component. What are the abiotic component? So abiotic components means, okay, abiotic component means which are non-living but very much important for us. For example, the non-living or the abiotic component include air, water, soil, temperature, etc., right? And these factors affect the living beings. We all are affected with this, means we can't live without this thing, without air, without water, soil, sunlight and temperature. Without these things we can't live, right? And there is an activity that you need to do. Bring a sample of dry green gram. आपको green gram लाना है. Keep a small heap. Green gram means what, you know, what चना आप लेके आना. And keep a small heap of gram aside and soak rest in water for a day. आपको थोड़ा सा हटा के रख देना है ऐसे ही, and बाकी सबको water में soak करना है, ठीक है? And for 1 day, divide them into 4 parts. You need to divide them into 4 parts. The soak one, okay, keep one part completely submerged in water. एक part को पूरा water में submerged करना है, and for 3 to 4 days, and keep the second part in sunny room and another in completely dark. एक को आपको sunny room में रखना है निकालने के बाद, और एक को dark room, एक को आपको dark room में रखना है, ठीक है? Under the cupboard that does not allow any light to come in. Keep the last part in very cold regions. Last वाले को आप cold region में रख दो, means freeze में रख दो, ठीक है? Like in a refrigerator, I do not disturb the dry seed and those submerged in water, and say all parts to germinate. And what do you observe in a few days? what you will observe, you know what we will observe? We'll observe that the plant, the seed which we have soaked for the whole night and then we have kept it under the sunlight, right, उसको हमने sunlight में रख दिया, that will germinate, उसमें से new seedling आना start हो जाएंगे, ठीक है. But which we have kept in under the refrigerator, उसको sunlight तो नहीं मिला, right, that will not grow properly. Or which we have kept under the cupboard, that will also not grow properly because that also have not got the proper sunlight. And those we have submerged, जिसको हमने पूरा पानी के अंदर डुबा के 3-4 दिन के लिए रख दिया, वो भी ग्रो करेगा but not properly because उसमें एयर चाहिए, वाटर चाहिए, सनलाइट चाहिए, सॉइल चाहिए, ठीक है. they are not getting this. And those who have not which have not soaked, जिसको हमने ड्राई ऐसे ही रख दिया था, that will not, उसमें कुछ भी नहीं होगा, वो वैसे के वैसे रहेगा because what we need water, sunlight, air, soil for the proper germination, right. So those which we have soaked for whole night and then हमने उसे sunlight में रख दिया था, that will be grow properly. Okay, so from the above activity we can conclude that abiotic factors like air, water, light and heat are very important for the growth of a plant. Okay, so this much in this part. In next part we will learn about the adaptation. Okay, we'll learn about adaptation. So I hope you are clear with the part abiotic, biotic and the habitat. Okay, in next part we will learn about the adaptation. Till then, stay at home, don't go outside. Okay, use sanitizer and wear mask whenever you are going out and maintain all the protocols for the COVID-19. Okay, till then, thank you so much. Thank you so much for today, and I'll catch you in the next video.